Hello everyone, this is The Last Word. I'm with Harry. We are literally come out of the Emirates. You can see plenty of fans. You might have one or two idiots that might jump on camera after they say start recording, but we're going to talk about the poor display tonight. Yeah, hello everyone. Harry, I mean, there's the goals to dissect, there's the lineups as well. We'll start with the lineups as we normally do. Were you content in seeing Isak back? There was talk of Eddie's presser and Willock on the bench.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised to see Isak in from the start. Obviously, Livramento coming in too, which I thought was a welcome change. In hindsight, maybe not the right change because I don't think he performed that well. Who's to say Dan Burn would have done better? But you know, there's that debate. But yeah, I was surprised to see Isak start, and very, very glad to see Willock back on the bench.
Yeah, we'll talk about Willock in a minute. But obviously Arsenal, we talked about it, didn't we? The battered West Ham 6-0. They beat Burnley, but everyone's beating Burnley at the minute. They did suffer a defeat against Porto, but we've got an awful record here. Before tonight, did you have any hopes of getting something from the game?
Well, obviously we got that draw last season, 0-0. So there was a little bit of that in it, and there's a little bit of the ongoing rivalry, obviously, with our 1-0 victory over them this season. I'm sure you spoke about it earlier today, but there wasn't any realistic hope with our away record this season and all the rest of it.
Looks like I'm hiding something up my sleeve. No, that's just me neck warm. I've took it off because it was red hot earlier. Right, obviously the talking point is Karius, because he was in goal. Dubravka is unwell. There's no one else. But my God, Harry. Now, obviously you disagree with me on the first goal, but I think he's got to do better on that first goal because he kind of half saves it, and it looks like it's gone down as an own goal. I don't know if it trickled over. The referee obviously looks at his watch and gives it, but...
Was it? Well, see, I'm not sure, because obviously we've had limited replay of it in the ground. I thought it was off a rebound. If it wasn't, then yeah, it is poor goalkeeping, because if it's not off a rebound, then Carey should be saving it. But yeah, I have to see it again. But it doesn't look great for him either way.
Even if he saves it, surely he's got to save it the other way.
Yeah.
Put it back into the danger zone if he has saved it. But for me, I think that's a goalkeeping error, and it's not the first time tonight either. So we're 1-0 down, and thinking, Christ, because we're the first. When did that goal go? In the 20-odd minute, didn't it?
I think 18th minute, and then 5 minutes later, it was the 24th, the second, where Martinelli's just had Botman's life. He's just ran right across him without Botman having half a clue of what's going on. Squared it to Havertz across the box. Great ball. But Newcastle's defence has just fallen asleep.
Do you think it's not just Botman? Do you think it's because it's the man behind Botman runs? Do you think that's Fabian Schär, but also Trippier for not seeing the danger when the ball squared across the 6-yard box?
Yeah, when the ball squared across the box, someone could maybe give Botman a shout as well when Martinelli's running across him. But Botman's got to be more aware than that, and I think Botman's been really poor over the last month or so, and I'm not sure that's been called out enough. Not that I want everyone to call him out, but I think criticism needs to be fair and consistent, and I don't think Botman's been good enough at all over the past month or two.
Did you rest him for Blackburn?
It's a possibility.
For Lascelles?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't know right in this moment, in the heat of the moment after a game.
Well, that's why you're on Last Word, Harry.
But the thing is you're probably going to see quite a few changes for that. You still want to name a strong team, but you want to get through the cup, but you want to rest and rotate. Botman is out of form, so I think a rest would do him good. But at the same time, you still want to get through that game.
Newcastle just weren't offering nothing. 1-0 down, 2-0 down. There was nothing, literally nothing. We're struggling with Arsenal's high press. Sean Longstaff was waiting for the ball to come to him. You know, I'm not just picking on Sean. There's several players. Miggy. We only really had a spell of towards the end of that first half, the last 5 minutes.
Well, this is an important question, and you might be able to fix this with some magic editing. But did we actually have a shot in the first half? Who knows?
Not on target.
Because we definitely didn't on target. But
we had Miggy bursting through on goal, and why doesn't he shoot?
But did we even have a shot? That's the thing. Miggy bursts through on goal, takes a touch towards the keeper instead of around him, or instead of trying to chip him, or instead of shooting. What's the point? Anyway, not to pick on Miggy because everyone was poor tonight, but yeah, it wasn't good enough, especially in that first half.
Anthony Gordon didn't even get a kick in that first half. Half time came. Next goal's crucial. It is, because if Arsenal score, it's game over. We score, we're back in it. We'll talk about that goal in a minute, but Havertz was bursting through just after half time. How has he allowed the freedom to run through? And thankfully, he's not the high-end quality player, and he puts it wide. Yes, I know he scored against with a night, but he's not an elite player for me. Isak, similar to Miguel Miron, he's got the ball in a great position. I think it's a through ball, and he controls it brilliantly. Why isn't he shooting?
Yeah, as you say, similar to Miggy. It's just he's got to be. It's got to be sharper. It's maybe just a bit of sharpness that he's lacking because he's been out a bit. But you'd hope that would come because Isak's a clever player. He's different to Miggy in that sense for me. So you'd like to think that would come with a bit more match sharpness, a bit more fitness.
Yeah, trying to get at
night for us.
Yeah, what I'm trying to get at is we need to take these chances. And Newcastle are just conceding far too many goals. Look at the goals. Yes, we've scored a lot, but we're conceding way too many. I think we could possibly almost double it, almost by the end of the season, if we didn't just stop conceding so many goals. But as soon as it goes 3-0,
game's gone.
Yeah, it is, and it's. I mean, was the third one Saka's? It was, wasn't it?
That was Botman giving it away on the halfway line, and then after that we're all in. Let's chase back. Let's get back and protect the goal. I don't think anyone's particularly focusing on Saka, but for me that all stems from Botman, and then Saka cuts across Livramento and sticks it in the bottom corner. Yeah, just not good enough. But for me that's Botman again. Initially,
I was pointing the finger again at Karius, but did see the replay in front of her where it got a deflection on that. So I'm not going to point the finger at Karius, but I am for the fourth goal because that is shocking. It's a corner and it's straight at him. It's straight at him. I can't. It's poor. And then his third choice, and then that. And some people might defend him, but God, you're asking your goalkeeper once or twice a night, and 4-0, and it's like, God, we're giving goals away.
You do feel for him a little bit because he is, as you say, third choice, and he's come in for one game, and I'm not trying to, I don't want to throw. Yeah, I don't want to necessarily stick up for him, but I don't want to throw anyone under the bus either. I don't want to throw Botman under the bus. I don't want to throw Miggy under the bus. I don't want to throw Karius under the bus. But there are just certain things which you cannot get away with, and that fourth goal from Karius it's just not good enough. I'm sure he'll be disappointed with himself as well. But it's just hard. It's just irritating to watch, and it's straight at him from a set piece. It's just got to get a stronger hand to it.
It's awful. I mean, the game was lost anyway, but it's just how man. But the positives were we're seeing. About 10 minutes prior to that Willock came on, and it's we've said it so many times on this channel. I've said it, Sam said it, God, we missed Joe Willock, and before he scored the goal, the first thing he did was get the ball and just run from centre midfield. It's wow, because Longstaff doesn't do that, Miley doesn't do that, Bruno doesn't do that. Bruno will probably go past one player but then look and spread it, but Willock is a ball carrier, and that was the first time, and I'm delighted that he's got his goal because it was a really good header against the team that he supports as well, of all the places as well. It
was tremendous. It was a tremendous run in front of, I think it was Saliba, and then the header to divert it, dink it into the far post off the post and in. It was brilliant. It's just if we weren't fucking 4-0 down before that, we'd be more happy about talking about it. But yeah, it was a great header, to be fair to him.
That is the positive to come out tonight. I think that's it for me, is Willock, and hopefully plays maybe. Can he do an hour at Blackburn, or can he give him half time, give him some more minutes, because I think our midfield three I talked about in the drive down needs a bit of freshness as well, because it looks a bit leggy in some games. But this is what Eddie Howe said about tonight's performance.
Well, in that first half we weren't ourselves. Disappointing performance. For the second half we were actually much better until the third goal, which knocked us. But yeah, in that first half, Arsenal were very good. We weren't, and we got punished. Yeah, as I said, we were off. We were off in most aspects of our game. We didn't do the basics right. Arsenal put us under pressure. We kept making technical mistakes, and it was a very difficult period. Sometimes away from home, you have those spells in the game, and you have to weather, the storm. As the away team, unfortunately, we didn't do that, and we conceded some bad goals.
Right, we've talked a lot about Newcastle, but do Arsenal deserve any praise? Because, we couldn't cope with the high press. The quality of some of their midfielders in particular were on another level to ours.
Of course they deserve praise. They've done magnificently in the last few weeks, beating Burnley, West Ham, Liverpool was not that long ago, was it? Of course
It'd be Porto's, Mike kept reminding us.
But they have, but you can't help but feel we helped them into it in the first 25 minutes. We didn't threaten them enough, and it was a little bit too easy. But at the same time, they've made it that way. They've pressured us, and all the rest of it. So, of course, I think up until the third goal, you can say Arsenal deserve. For the first two goals, fair play, Arsenal, well done.
Yeah, we can give you credit where it's due, because there's a lot of banter between the fans, and some parts were funny and some parts were just not what you get at football ground. But the focus for Newcastle obviously is the FA Cup, and some people might say that as Johnny says, Johnny's not bothered about the league, he's more focused on the FA Cup. I still think there's still a lot to play for. The league table's on screen. Man United dropped points. Brighton nearly dropped all the points until Lewis Dunk scored, but they only got a point, and nobody wants the European places. Do they, Harry? The 6th, 7th or 8th, do they?
No. Did West Ham play? I can't remember about West Ham, but they're in shocking form at the minute as well. They haven't won a game
Wolves
this year.
That are coming up.
Yeah, so them to keep an eye on. Other than Aston Villa and maybe.
Crying is he or?
Cheers, mate. No one seems to be. No one can buy a win in that. Like 5th to 8th range or whatever it is. So. Yeah, I guess we just
nobody wants that European place, do they?
No. We need to target 7th and 8th.
The FA Cup is not just Europe, but it's a trophy, Harry. And you couldn't have, because all the attention will turn. Firstly, you couldn't ask for a greater tie. Really, yes, you might get one of the lower league teams. With Blackburn away, realistically, even if Eddie Howe does rotate, first of all, will he rotate? And secondly, we should be beating Blackburn even with a rotated side.
Regardless, I think he'll rotate, because we didn't see Newcastle's strongest 11 tonight. Whether that's personnel or performance-wise.
And can I put in as well that he was tactical by bringing Bruno off, or the game was lost, yellow card.
I think Bruno being subbed was largely due to avoid him getting a yellow card in a game that we'd already lost, so he wasn't suspended for Wolves, and I'm not sure who we've got after that, but
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Back down, yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea, yeah. Of course, on a Monday night, cheers Premier League, and is it Sky? I think Sky. Anyway.
And the club.
Yeah, but I mean...
Both clubs.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on from that.
We saw, I think Livramento came off, Botman came off, and Isak came off on the hour as well, so he might get some minutes on Tuesday night. Willock might get some more minutes. I guess we'll see, but...
I play devil's advocate with you.
Obviously we've got Barnes and Murphy who came on tonight, who could start as well.
If I play devil's advocate with you, if we get put out the cup with a rotated side,
everyone will fucking kick off. That will be
7,000
manic on Newcastle United Twitter on Tuesday night. That would be.
Watch NFTV. That's the place to be. Home and away, men, women's, you name it. I'm whacking fences. I'm chucking mics around. Gone all a bit quiet now. Looks like the Arsenal fans, the rest of them have gone home, but he's staying over in London. Look, you get. If you haven't seen the vlog, check out my hotel on the car. You'll see what I mean by that. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.